All right, all right. We have. I just said the chapters like 2 seconds ago. We
You
got
got
Eddard
Ned.
IV, Tyrion III, Arya II. Obviously, we'll jump into Eddard IV first. Last we seen Eddard, that was the lady scene. They were headed south.
Oh
There was the
yeah.
fight between Arya and Joffrey. They had the little trial essentially, where King Robert ultimately stated that the wolf had to die, and the other wolf, whatever. So yeah, Eddard Eddard had to put Lady down, sends her bones
Yeah.
to Winterfell. Now they've continued on. All right, Eddard 4.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't remember what he was doing at the beginning, but someone called him, like someone from the council called him to an urgent meeting or something. And he's just already kind of annoyed, he's upset, he's tired. I think oh, you know what? I think this is they arrive at the wall, or not the wall. They arrive somewhere, the palace or whatever.
King's Landing. Like
Okay, yeah,
this
yeah,
is the capital. I don't know if they
yeah,
ever call it the capital, but in my mind, that's just what it equates to. So
yeah.
the main
Okay.
city where the king resides.
Yes, 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 yes. So he gets there. Um, Robert, I don't think is with him. I don't know. He's
Behind, yeah.
behind. Yeah, because he was. I don't probably goofing off or something. I don't know. But so he's
Such
already
respect you have for the king, I see.
bro, he's just
He's a man
anyway.
child.
Yeah, literally, literally. Okay, so Ned, he has to go to this meeting and he's annoyed, but whatever, whatever. He changes his clothes, he borrows some clothes and then he goes to this meeting. There's obviously the council people, Littlefinger's there. Um, who else? I think I wrote it
Renly,
down. Yes, Renly's there. And then
Pycelle,
who?
Pycelle.
Oh yes, is that the really old guy?
Really old guy. He's the Grand Maester. So we had Maester
Yeah.
Lewin back at Winterfell. Pycelle is, I don't know if he's like the absolute top Maester in the whole world or he's just on that top tier, but Grand Maester.
Okay. Wait, what even is a maester? I
They're
still
the
don't know.
people that they take care of you when you get sick, but they also, it's almost like a cross between a professor and a doctor. So,
Okay.
they take care of you if you're sick, but they also teach you about the histories and, all that kind of stuff. They counsel you, like if you have an important decision or even a war situation. And he's on the inner council here. So,
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's at this meeting with all these guys and someone brings it some letter from Robert and he's like, "Yeah, this is urgent. Robert told us, this is what we have to get done." And it's a letter saying that they have to have this big tournament to celebrate Ned's
urgent meeting.
no, to celebrate Ned's him becoming the hand.
Right.
And so they're going through the cost. Oh my gosh, they're going through the cost and they're like, yeah, it's gonna cost blah 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 blah. And I forgot how it gets brung up, but they are 6 million something coins in debt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad. And then that's how did it even get to this? He was like, I'm sure that
John
who was
Aaron.
it? Yeah, he was like, I'm sure that John Aaron wouldn't have let Robert spend all this money, and I think it was Renly that was like, if Robert wants to do something, he's gonna do it. He's not
Right.
really gonna listen. But yeah, and then they said that they get a lot of their coins and stuff and their help. They obviously borrow it, but the Lannisters are the main
Mm.
people.
Right, right, yeah. So
like
then, you know,
Robert, bro, come on.
dude, he's just
um,
handing the kingdom over to him.
Literally, they're okay. Anyway, so yeah, that happened, and Ned's like, okay, well, we're just gonna hold off on this because obviously we can't do this. There's so much money, we're already in debt. Why would we want to do this? So then, oh, that's when Littlefinger like takes him aside and he's like, come with me. Or no, actually, no, sorry. He was going to go to his chambers or something, and then Littlefinger's like, hey, you're going the wrong way. Let me take you. And so he takes him on this path or whatever, and he was like, "This is not like the way to my chambers," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not taking you there," and then he's like, "I got to show you to your wife," and then Ned's like, he doesn't believe him, but he's still following them. I'm like, well, I mean, if
Right.
I was dead, I'd be like, "Oh, okay," and then I would leave. Like,
Right.
why am I following this man?
Yeah.
Um, and then the path they take is really weird. They like climb some like something. I'm like, dude, if I was following this guy, I don't trust this at all. Um, and then they arrive at the brothel. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
And uh Ned is like, "You like took me to a brothel, like my wife ain't here." And so, he holds the knife up and then what's his face comes in. What's his name? Roger. Is it Roderick?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And he like he didn't recognize him because I forgot he like shaved his like beard or something or shaved
Right.
something off.
They call it
Uh
whiskers. They shaved his whiskers, but
yeah, but
I
like
don't. I gotta right. I gotta imagine he just had a big old beard, and people haven't seen his actual face in forever. So I think he shaved like just a massive beard.
yeah. And so uh the Ned like sees his wife and then I think they just like talk about why she's here. Um
And she,
uh
to kind of go back to what we had talked about before, like why is she going? Ned's already there doing his investigation of the Jon Arryn. They think Jon Arryn was murdered.
mhm,
And then we're like, oh, well, she's going to essentially do her investigation of the Bran attempted
mhm.
murder, and she states it in this conversation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
she says that like Littlefinger will like help in figuring out the John Aaron situation too, actually.
Mm.
Um and then also I think that was like the main things. Ned tells her to like go back home, but also I was just like the description of like Ned and Kat's like interaction, like it like seems like he like actually does love her. Like he's like, oh, she held me as if
Yeah.
she like never wants to let me go and blah blah blah. Like compared to like Kat and talking about Ned, like she's just like, oh yeah, he held me. And like
No,
that's it.
right, right. I think you're onto something there. Every house has their own saying. So the Stark saying is "Winter is coming." The
hmm
Lannister saying is "A Lannister always pays their debt." Catelyn's family, the Tully family, I forget the exact verbiage, but it's something like duty, honor, family, or something like that.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
duty is very high in their what they see as important, and she married him out of duty. So
Mm,
yeah, whatever.
yeah, no. Anyway, I think that was it.
What's your impression of Littlefinger?
Honestly, he's kind of funny, not gonna lie. He like Ned is insulting him and he does not care. Like he kind of just like throws it back at him. He's like, "Oh, like you wound me," but he's like being sarcastic. Like he
Right,
does not
right.
care at all. But he's obviously like really loyal to Cat. And I think he's just like doing like helping them out for Cat. But yeah, I don't like dislike him though.
Okay.
At the moment. He does come on like a little strong, but it's okay. Like
All right.
he's
Okay.
chill.
Cool. I think we've seen a little bit more of Varys. Are you getting any thoughts on the type of character Varys?
I want to say Varys is better than Varys. Varys sounds dumb, so let's just go with Varys.
Varys, all right.
But Ned
I,
like
did
good.
he have any kind of at the council meeting? Did he kind of
Yeah,
pop in?
Ned just said like when Varys came up to him, he was like, I like him the least. But I don't remember if there was like a main
Okay.
reason. He said that like he left like powder on his like sleeve when he patted him. But yeah.
Okay.
Cat like mentioned how like she was scared of him because he knows things that like he shouldn't know and like
Mhm.
how her and Roderick were like taught or no Roderick and that one guy they were looking for to like bring to Cat to like
Oh,
talk
the
about that one guy. I forget, isn't his name also Aaron?
Santigar, yeah. The
Or that's
Aaron
not
Santigar.
Aaron. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, okay, you're like, isn't it Aaron? You're like Sandegar. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not Aaron.
Aaron Santigar. Is it Aaron? Yes, Santigar.
um, yeah. So anyway, Kevin was like, yeah, I'm scared of him because like he knows things he shouldn't. Blah blah blah. But other than that, like that's all I know.
And the reason why I asked about Varys is that everybody seems to just immediately hate this guy. And I always think like he's all right. Like what's the problem with him? But they're like, he made my skin crawl. I liked him the least. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why everybody just seems to immediately absolutely hate this guy.
I don't hate him. He's just kind of weird.
Right,
But,
definitely weird, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny that they hate him though. But yeah, I think that was it.
So and I forget, does Ned then send her back home?
Yeah, he like tells her like you should go back home. And she was like, "Oh, I was hoping to see my daughters," and he was like, "That's probably not wise." Blah 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 blah. Yeah,
It just seems like such a wasted trip.
bro, I know. Like, I'm wondering if she like actually goes back. I mean, probably because Ned told her to go back, but it's like she just got there.
Right. And then what information did she give Ned that they couldn't have? Like Roger Crisell could
Mailed.
have just went by himself.
Yeah,
Like
right.
I don't know. It just seems so stupid that she had to go.
Yeah, and I mean, like the only like new thing that she told him was like someone came to kill Bran, and like
Right.
how she thought that like it was Tyrion, which I still don't think it's Tyrion,
What was
but
Ned's reaction when he was told that it was Tyrion's knife?
um, I don't think it was anything crazy. Like whenever she like told him like the whole spiel, and then he kind of was just like shell shocked, I guess, with like everything. He didn't have
Yeah.
like a specific reaction to any like certain moment. He just was like shocked in general.
Okay. All right. Anything else from that chapter before we move on to Tyrion?
No. Oh wait, actually, well, it's not like too big of a thing, but I forget who like the other character was, but they were talking about Renly and how he like pays the most to like dress nicely. And I just like I mentioned that because I remember before like when we first like he was first introduced, you were like, do you like remember anything about his outfit? And he was
Yeah.
the one that had like all the jewels and stuff. So it's like, oh, he like, you know, he get someone said something about like he pays more than like the ladies for his outfits, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to like hammer it. Like looking at this chapter, I was like, oh, should I bring that up again? But I was like, I already mentioned it before, and I don't want to like hammer it too much. So it is good or funny that you kind of caught it and put the pieces
Yeah.
together. So they're building this image of Renly just being this guy that absolutely has to look as good as he.
Perfect.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and but Ned also said that he looks like exactly like not exactly, but he looks a lot like Robert, but
Right.
in his good days, in Robert's good days.
Right. When he was 100 pounds lighter
Yeah,
and not
probably more
drunk
like
all the
two
time.
hundred pounds lighter, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And honestly, I think that will be pretty important. This idea of Renly looking just like Robert did, and that's not just a passing comment like that. That'll actually come in to be a little bit more meaningful later on. So it's good that you caught that as well.
I'm locked. Compared to last time, bro. Last time I was like, man, you're like, yeah, something else happened really important at the end.
Yeah. And then when you're like, oh, I know what it was the letter. I was like, I was actually talking about the conversation with Donald Noy, but all right.
Good.
Okay. I was just gonna move on to Tyrion 3. So
Yeah.
he's up at the wall. He kind of went there for his own edification. He didn't have like a mission going up there. Tyrion is just kind of a guy that likes to learn as much as he can. So he's still up at the wall, essentially just kind of hanging out.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I think it like literally starts with him being like, "Yeah, I should probably go back."
I mean, it's freezing
um,
up there, and he can't be having a great time, but he seems to
yeah,
be the type that will make the best of the situation and learn and see and experience.
yeah. It starts with him in I don't know somewhere, and he's like with like these guys. He's with like that one commander guy.
J.R.
Um,
Mormont.
yes, thanks. Sorry. Like, okay, these are like kind of new characters, so
It's
like
okay.
I don't
It's
have their
okay.
names down.
It okay.
I have Alistair down though. He's there too. And
Yeah.
then I think there's like two oh, there's like the really old guy who's blind.
Maester Aemon.
Yes. And then there's someone else there. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Jeremy Riker.
Damn, I don't even know who that is.
Dang, Dad. Okay. Oh, okay. Anyway, and then Yowen Royce. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, he's not in there.
Okay.
Wait, I don't think he
I
is.
was gonna say I don't recognize that name either.
But you'll know who he is. Okay, so they're oh my gosh, yeah, that part was so crazy to me.
Oh,
Um,
the last name Royce, like we already had
yeah,
Waymar Royce. Yeah.
yeah. This is his dad.
Oh snap!
Uh,
Where are they? Up at
yeah.
the wall?
No. He's not there. He's not there. I
Oh,
just
okay.
wrote down the name. I don't
Oh,
think
my
he's
bad, my
there.
bad. I don't think
I
so.
don't. I don't think he's there either. But like, I'm trying to think of like why he was brought up. Well, I know why he was brought up, but like, okay. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Let
Okay.
me start again.
All right.
Okay, so he's in this room. He's talking with these guys. You know, they're eating like crabs or something, and you know, he's like cracking jokes. Blah 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 blah. He makes Alistair upset, but I forgot like what joke he said. He just is like saying jokes and like,
Right. Yeah, he's
you
going to
know,
be the life of the party, and
yeah, and like
Alistair doesn't have the personality that really goes along with it. They also talk about
exactly.
Alistair's history on why he ended up at the wall. Did you catch that?
Gosh, no, bro, no. I
So
like okay, you know.
Alistair was a knight for the Targaryen family.
Yes, I do remember. He was a knight, but they said that he was like the knight on the wrong side.
They had the
Alistair fought.
Targaryens.
Okay, Alistair fought at the King's Landing on the wrong side. Okay, yeah.
So when they lost, the new king essentially has to figure out, okay, I have all of these knights. What do I do with them? You
Hmm.
could kill them. You could sometimes they would bring them into their service if they thought that they could trust them. Like Jamie obviously was a knight of the King's Guard, and Robert thought,
Hmm.
I can trust this man.
I don't know why.
So obviously he brought him over for lots of reasons. Obviously, it's his wife's brother. The Lannisters essentially turned at the very end to be on Robert's side. So that lots of reasons, but Alistair Thorne was given the option to go to the wall. Essentially, you can live if you go to the wall. So that's how he ended up there.
Yeah, okay, I remember that because I forgot whoever the other guy was that's there. He was saying something like, "Yeah, we gave them option like to have their heads on spikes, or you can go to the wall."
I think Tyrion
Um,
said that. I think he was the one describing the situation. I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah. Okay, so anyway, he gets upset, and then I think he leaves, and then um, there's a bunch of conversations are going on right now. There's something that the Maester Aemon said. He said something about like Tyrion being like as big as a giant or something, or he's
Sure.
like a giant or something, and
Right.
Tyrion like thought that was like really like nice or something. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then the Commander Mormont, he starts talking about like how like bad the wall is and like how they don't have like enough people or something.
Yeah.
And he's like it's getting like really serious. Winter is coming. Like it's we if someone were to like attack us, we don't have like enough people on our side or whatever. And then he says he sent oh my gosh, he sent Ben to go look for Raymore Royce. And because I think maybe it was his dad, Waymore Royce's dad, that was like go find my son or something. Well, no, no. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I remember why he was brought up. He was brought up because that was Waymore Royce's first raging, and like he didn't want him to go like on the raging because he was like he's thinking he's not ready. But
Right.
his dad like
Uh,
is something I don't know like who
okay.
he
Important enough
is.
that he influenced him or something.
Yeah, he was like
Okay.
important. He's like, well, I have to like kind of send him off now.
Okay.
And then he sent, who was that first guy? Oh my gosh, was it like Will? Yeah, it was Will. Oh
Yeah.
man, Will.
Poor Will.
I
He was so
know.
cool.
It was Will and Jared. Jared was
Yep.
also mentioned. He was saying that Jared was like the one that like lived on the wall for the longest or
Yeah.
something, and how
Yeah.
he was really surprised that he ran away. Um, And then yeah, so he sent Ben to go find him, and Ben is missing. Ben should have like came back by now, and Ben is gone.
I know. Yeah. Yep. That's a big moment there for sure. And
Yeah.
not only is Ben gone, Ben went looking for Sir Waymore. Sir Waymore and his crew were looking for other people. So there's like tiers of people that are going missing. So like they have a problem. It's
Wait,
not just
I didn't know that
Waymar
was.
and them, they went out to look for the
I
other
didn't
people
know
that
that.
didn't come back, and now Ben went looking for him, and now he's not coming back. So it's an issue for sure. And the other interesting thing here is that if you really try to take a step back from the story, so you've got Jon Arryn's death, the assassination from Bran's weird dreams, Daenerys across the sea, like all of these things going on, right? The problem is the White Walkers coming. Like that's the problem. You know, we get so wrapped up in all of these other things.
What do you mean? No.
The problem
I
is
haven't
the
even
White.
thought about that.
Right. You know, and the book opens with it. You know, the prologue is the book saying this is the problem.
Damn.
But just like how, you know, the reader, you, me, whoever, we lose sight of it, they've lost sight of it. You know, so GR is like, bro, we have a problem here. We need help. Are they going to pay attention, or are they going to be worried about their own stuff?
Oh man, I totally forgot about them guys. Man, I hope Ben doesn't die. Oh my gosh. Anyway, damn, that's crazy. I like totally forgot those like people were real. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Dang. Okay. So yeah, Ben is missing. I think by this point, the commander was like, "Hey, like when you leave, like just like tell them like, you know, winter's coming. Something is like in the woods, like that like is gonna get us." He's just like really like worried and everything. He's like, "We need more people, so make sure to tell them like the state the wall is in right now."
Right. Yeah.
And Tyrion's like, "I will. Like, I'll tell them. That doesn't mean like they're gonna listen to me or anything,
Sure.
but I'll tell them." So then Tyrion leaves, and he's about to go back to his little like room or whatever, but then he like sees the wall and he's like intrigued, so he goes up to the wall, and he like I think he like gets brought in like a little like makeshift elevator type thing. I don't know. That's what it sounded like.
A lift thing that brings you to the top of the wall. Like I always had a hard time picturing it. You know, there's this enormous wall, 400 feet tall or whatever, and then the castle's at the floor. You know, so in my mind, I don't know why I always thought like you could walk like onto the wall, but no, the castle's like on the ground level.
Okay,
so if you want to get to the top, they have stairs that are etched into the wall, or you can get in this pulley lift and be lifted up.
And is it like by like
people?
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm sure that there's some kind of like physics behind a counterweight to make it lighter or something, but it's people that are just be like, all right, we got to bring this dude up.
Yeah, I bet they were probably like confused when they like first started lifting it, because obviously bro was like lighter than most like guys, so they're been like, man, like who's up here?
Right.
But yeah, so then he gets on, and then the guys are like, oh, it's the dwarf. And then he's walking. Oh, and then he sees Jon. Actually, Jon like sees him first, and he's like, "Who goes there?" And then, you know, Tyrion makes himself known, and then they're talking. Jon mentions. Jon is getting like better. Like he fits in better now. He's like talking to the kids, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I taught so and so this, and taught so and so this, and they're getting better at fighting." And I thought that was good. Like he's finally fitting in. And then he mentions Ben as well, and he's like, if he doesn't like come back in so and so time, like I'm gonna go look for him. And that's how it ends. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I really have any follow-up questions. I did think that a lot of that one was did Tyrion? No, Tyrion and Jon they had an additional conversation. I mean, you talked a little bit about it. I thought like they kind of called each other friends. I thought that there was like, a little bit of a moment where
oh my gosh, I didn't like write it down, but I did underline it. Yeah. And I forgot like what led to that though. Because he was like, Tyrion was saying I'm leaving tomorrow, and then Jon was like, he seemed a little sad, and then something happened, and then he was like, oh, friends, and then they shook hands and everything.
Right.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was cute.
Cool. All right. Before we move on to the next chapter, do you remember in our last episode where that one dude was like, "Yo, I want to shout out."
I knew.
He's back, and he wants you to know that he said hi.
Oh my gosh, hi! That's so crazy.
Yeah, Blackpool. What's up, dude? Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next chapter. So we got Arya II. This is our second time in Arya's mind. We got to imagine she's going to be going through it. The last time we seen her was similar to Ned. Obviously, she's traveling with him. She got into the big fight with Joffrey. She was kind of, in a way, responsible for Lady ultimately being executed, although a lot of injustice there. But all right, Arya up at King's Landing.
Yeah. So yeah, she honestly just, I don't remember too much. There wasn't like too much that happened, but I think it starts off with I think they're like having like, I don't know, some meal together. It's her, Sansa, Sansa's friend. I forgot her.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
and I forgot. I was like, why is she there? But I forgot her dad is steward, right?
Yes.
That is like some steward. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then what's that lady's name? Like she's like a maid. No, not a maid. Like a
Septa Mordane.
Nanny. Yeah.
So Septas are supposedly they should be helping you learn about the faith, but your impression that she's a nanny is kind of also true. She's watching the kids.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they're having that meal. Oh my gosh, there was like it's I forgot who tells them, but Ned comes in. Oh my gosh, sorry. Ned comes in and he's like, yeah, there's supposed to be like a tournament or whatever. Not happy about it. And then Sansa's like, oh, you know what? Like, you should let us go. Like, I really want to go. And that's like, why? Like, no, I don't even want it to happen. Like, why am I going to have my kids there? And then Septa's like, oh, well, the princess is going to be there. It's probably, it's weird to not have your kids there.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, like, whatever. And then Arya's like, I don't want to go. And then Sansa's like, well, it's going to be like really,
gallant and
so
right.
You shouldn't be there. I was like, oh my gosh. And then Ned gets angry at her for that, and then they're all quiet. And then I think Ned leaves, and Arya's like sitting by herself, and Sansa and her little friend are like talking, and Arya she's just sad. She said she was like, I like eating by myself, but it's like now it's like depressing because she like is blaming herself for like everything that happened, because she was like, Sansa blames me and so does someone else. I want to say it was Sansa's friend, but I don't remember who else.
Probably.
But yeah, so then after that, she was like, oh, can I like excuse myself? And Septa Mordane was like, no, you have to finish your food. And then she like runs off. She's like, I don't care, like I'm not hungry. And so she leaves and goes to her room. She passes by this other character. His name is like Fat something. I think he's like some sort of like knight. I don't.
I think that there is a knight that's really fat and slow. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so she passes him, and he seems like really sweet, but I think he's also like dumb because she like closes the door, and then he's like,
yeah, go ahead.
She closes the door, like slams the door, and then he knocks. He's like, Arya, are you okay? You in there? She's like, no, and then he walks away.
Right. No, I mean, I think that's like the kid's perspective of like, he's so stupid, he falls for that. Like, no, he didn't fall for that. He's just like, he doesn't want to deal with you, and he's also kind of just being nice. He knows that you probably just need a minute, so he walks off. And also, he probably just like made some foot sounds, like he's probably still right there, but the kid is like, I tricked him. He's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. When I read that, I was like, yeah, he definitely did. Like, he obviously knows you're in there, but
right.
I thought that was funny.
Oh, dang, where did she go? She's not in there. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. Okay, so that happens, and then
I think Ned shows up to
her
room.
Ned comes in, and before that, she like dug through like her drawers.
Oh, right.
And like grabbed Needle, and then Ned comes in. He sees Needle. What's that? She doesn't like say that Jon gave it to her, but I don't think Ned knows that Jon.
I don't think so. Like, he knows that it came from his armory because he sees Micken's mark on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he kind of makes a funny joke, like, I don't like my own armory is making weapons and I don't even know about it. Like, how am I supposed to rule this kingdom? But damn kid has a sword from my armory. I don't even know about it.
Yeah. And then after that, I think he just like talks with her about something.
Overall, I think that it's a sweet conversation. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
dad, and then she finally sees that, oh, my dad's not just mad at me, like he's going through it, like he's really struggling here. Maybe I should quit being such a brat. And she doesn't say those words, but it's kind of like a little bit of a realization. Um, I think he ultimately says you can keep
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sword, and then doesn't he set her up with like training?
Okay, it wasn't like said though. And
Okay.
so that's why I was like a little confused on like what like why did she get training? Because they have that conversation and then she was like, yeah, like I'm gonna vow to like do better because my dad is like going through it right now. So like I'm just gonna like be better. And then it like jumps in between like a few days like
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot like what exactly happened between those days 'cause I didn't like actually write it down. Then like the last thing was like her going to some area with what's his name? Syrio?
Uh,
Syrio? It's
I think
S-Y.
Sirio. Sirio.
Syrio?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and Syrio keeps calling her boy. He was like, "You're late, boy." And then like at first she doesn't even say anything, and then she's like, "I'm not a boy," and he's like, "Oh, boy, girl, you're a
Yeah.
sword now." I
Right,
was
right.
like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Yeah.
Um, that's how it ends. But yeah, I was just like, why did she get sword fighting and like
So I think that's also kind of highlights Ned's personality. You know, the right thing to do with your daughters is to make sure that did I bump the mic too loud there?
it's honestly it's not that loud though. That
All
wasn't that
right,
bad.
because I barely touched it, but I was like, oh, it's probably really loud. The right thing to do with your daughters is to make sure that they know how to sew and they know how to bake and they know how to like take care of the house and stuff like that. Ned can recognize in her, like, that's just not Arya. So he's going to set her up with training, which isn't completely out of the norm. There's other women that train, but it's definitely not the norm. So,
Yeah.
this just Ned recognizing she's not Sansa. She's not going to grow up to be a lady. Let me help my daughter out and kind of, nudge her in the direction that she's naturally inclined to. They also made some references to Lyanna, right?
I was just gonna say that like once
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, he says that like she reminds him of Leon how do you say it? Liana.
Lyanna. Yeah.
Liana.
Lyanna.
And he was saying like how Liana had a little bit of like the wolf's blood in her, and then like
Right.
his brother had like a lot of the
Right.
wolf's
Yeah.
blood in him.
Right. Yeah.
But like how like both of them like got an early grave because of it, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they were definitely wild and they both died young. Now,
Yeah,
is it because of that? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah.
yeah. But also when he was like, "Yeah, you remind me a little bit of like
Sure.
Liana." I'm like, I keep switching it up. I don't know why. Um, Arya was like, "Oh yeah, she was like known for being beautiful," and then she said something like, "Everyone called her beautiful," and like Ned said something like, "Oh yeah, you look like really similar to her," and she was like, "Yeah, everyone called her beautiful, but no one calls me beautiful." I'm like, that is so sad. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's,
I'm gonna jump back a couple chapters here because I just thought about it. You haven't been told how his brother died yet, right? Brandon.
I don't think so. Wait,
Okay.
oh my gosh, no, I
I don't think
haven't.
you have. I don't think you have.
That's
Do you
crazy.
understand the circumstances around his death at all?
I don't think so. Wait, but now why did I not like peep that I didn't know? Oh my gosh.
You've been told what happened to Leanna, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was like, I forgot who killed her. Oh my god, but she was like raped a bunch of times.
Rhaegar.
That's what, Rhaegar. Oh, oh
Rhaegar.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm locked.
So King Robert told Ned that Rhaegar kidnapped her and then raped her.
Uh-huh.
And then you also get Brandon dying and you get the war. So you haven't been told outright the chain of events, but I think that it's fair to say that they're all pretty related. You have essentially the prince of the evil king kidnaps your daughter, kidnaps Robert Baratheon's, they were betrothed, kidnaps his wife to be, and then, and then his brother Brandon dies and then King Robert kills Rhaegar. So you can kind of see that they're all related. Now, do you have all the details? No. And the reason why I bring all of this up is that there's a comment by Littlefinger that is so dark, but you don't know it because
oh my god.
Details. So Littlefinger tells Ned, like, oh, what are Starks doing this far south? Like, don't you guys melt when you get this far south?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Ned says something like, I won't like be melting anything time soon or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was like a really dark thing to say.
Someone got burned, bro. Someone like got caught on fire or something.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jumping back forward to Arya. The training. So, where is Arya's trainer from?
Hold on. He was like the first sword something.
A title,
is he from the Free Cities?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, that's really, really good. Now, the Free Cities is plural. Which free city?
It's not Mir or MYR.
Right. Yeah. No.
I think Arya was like.
That's cool Arya that you know that that's one of the free cities. That's cool.
Because Arya was saying something like she could tell by his accent that he was from one of the free cities.
Okay.
And she was like, it's not Mir, but she was like guessing which one, and it's the other one that I can't remember.
Bravos.
Okay, I knew it was with a B. But I knew I was gonna get it.
Now, where have we heard Bravos before? No. Didn't know this was gonna be a pop quiz, did you?
Bro, I should have taken more notes. Okay, I'm assuming like with like Dany, right?
So she says that she grew up in Bravos, the house with the red door and the lemon tree. So I don't know. So again, way off in the distance, dots are being connected. Arya now has some step connection to the city of Bravos because her trainer is from Bravos. Dany has the memory that she grew up in Bravos. Does that mean anything directly? No, but you should, like when you hear the word Bravos, you should start thinking of certain connections.
Okay.
All right. I don't think they had any kind of progression of Arya's training, right? Like it was just like the first day she dropped the sword. He was like, you won't drop it tomorrow. It's heavy. You'll get stronger.
Yeah, and she like picks it up in her left hand and it's like easier in her left hand. That's all I remember. And then I think like the last line was like it begins tomorrow or something like that.
Okay.
So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. Any last thoughts or questions, comments?
I don't think so. Well, from the last chapter, I mentioned that Ghost is getting bigger, and like I think he's like right here to Tyrion, and he was like in a year, like Tyrion is like gonna be looking up at Ghost. Ghost is so tough.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that was it though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, time's moving forward. Sometimes I get lost with like how much time moves. Like something like I'm currently on A Dance with Dragons, which is the fifth book. And I gotta remember like they're years older. Bran's not 7, Arya's not 9, but anyways, doesn't matter. Okay.
So Dad, when do the dragons come in? Like what book is that? What book do the dragons come in?
Oh man, keep reading. You'll find out.
Is it like the last book?
It's funny that you think dragons actually come. That's crazy.
Dad, I've seen like clips from Game of Thrones. Like I know
the show has nothing to do with the books, right?
That's literally a lie. Like at least like the first 5 seasons do.
That's debatable, but okay.
4 seasons, maybe.
Okay, all right. Let's look forward to the next 3 chapters. All right, next chapter is Dany. So we're gonna have Daenerys 3. Where did we leave off with her?
Wasn't she with her new husband?
So they just got married, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bran. I'm looking at the ahead.
Focus.
I know. Well, that's all. They got married.
Yeah. Okay.
And
All
then
right. So what's next? So Danny's this young little girl. She has to marry this monster of a man. Monster is in his physical appearance. We actually don't know a lot about his personality at this point.
mhm.
He knows the word no. So that's
Oh, I know. Oh gosh.
so. How's Danny's life looking as you
Um.
get this next chapter?
Okay, well, a little bit better than I like first thought because it seems like this like her husband is not as bad. Like he doesn't seem like evil evil.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
So I think it'll be like a little easier. Plus she has like her three little like maid
Yeah.
people or whatever.
Yeah.
So that'll make it even easier. But then also like the stress of her brother trying to like
Mm.
get the like army or whatever to take back the throne because that's going to work. um
Viserys is going to be the king.
Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, watch him be the king. That would be crazy. I don't think that would happen though. I don't think so. Um, so yeah, I think she'll just be stressed about that. But I also like I don't really know how Viserys is gonna get the like army. Like can he can't just like be like, okay, yeah, give me your army now so I can go get the throne. Like I feel like there's more
That's
steps.
it's cool that you asked that question because that's going to be an important factor coming up. Viserys thinks it's a transaction. You married my daughter, I get your army. You married her yesterday, give me your army today. That's going to be his thing. Now, whether or not he gets it in that time frame, and if he doesn't, what kind of issues is that going to cause? So it's good that you're asking that question.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has like anger issues too, so he's probably gonna be like throw a fit. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah. Okay, yeah, that's my prediction for that one.
Okay. And then after that, you already looked forward. So we got Bran. Bran just woke
Yes.
up. He named his dog Summer. He realizes that he's
So cute.
crippled.
Oh, that's so cute. That's sad.
Pause here because
Pause.
Jon and Tyrion, when they're having that little heart-to-heart conversation, doesn't Jon request Tyrion, like when you go
Yeah,
back
yeah.
south, yeah, like what do something for my brother, like he's
Hmm.
he's in a bad way, do something for him.
Yeah, and Tyrion's like, well, like how much will help a crippled? I can't like wish he got like better legs or whatever, whatever. And then John's like, you can speak words to him. And then Tyrion's like, okay, yeah, like when I go back, I'll tell him some good words and hope it helps.
Okay, all right. So Bran, he's now awake. What's his next chapter gonna look like?
Um, I don't know like at all. Like what is okay? Well, obviously he's probably gonna have to get accustomed to like being crippled. That's gonna be so sad. Especially because like before he was crippled, he was like explaining how much he loves climbing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he is like can't walk anymore. That's so sad.
He also
Anyway,
made
so
a lot
he
of comments about like he's not as obsessed with knights as Sansa, but he always thought that he would like grow up to be a knight, So riding horses was really big for him. The jousting and all that kind of stuff was also, you know, no longer in his cards. But
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, so aside from
That's so
climbing, just
sad.
the idea of being a knight.
Yeah. And now he can't be one. Unless they have like knights in wheelchairs, but I don't think that's a thing. um yeah, so I think he's probably gonna struggle a little bit with, getting accustomed to, being crippled. But I'm hoping that maybe his dog will help. Maybe he'll like not be like super depressed because like his dog is there. And then obviously Rob will probably be like, helping him out too. And then I don't know if like by this time Cat is back, but then like,
Okay.
once Cat comes back, then that'll be more help. But then also it's like, if I ever became crippled, I would like I don't care about any of those things. Like I'm just sad that I'm crippled.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's so sad. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. All right. And then lastly, we have back to Eddard,
Is Eddard? Oh, I must have
right?
skipped one. I thought it was John.
Did I mess up?
No, you probably didn't. I
Yeah,
think I.
yeah, Eddard, and then John's after that, but Eddard
Oh, okay,
first.
okay, okay, cool. Um, so I think by then Rob will be back, or Robert will be
Sure.
back,
Yeah.
and then I think Ned is gonna talk to Robert and be like, "Yo, like we are so broke right now. Like we can't spend any money. I think we should call up this tournament." and then I think Robert is gonna be like mad. Or also, okay, since I predicted that Robert was like gonna die, I still think that's happening because, well, okay, like he's gonna die, but like, does he die like soon? Like, is he gonna like not get there and he's gonna die, or like maybe he gets there, and then like he dies after that. Okay, maybe that's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna predict that's what happens. So
Okay.
Robert is gonna die later. So then so Ned will be able to talk to Robert about this tournament, and then he's gonna be like, no, like no tournament, and then Robert's gonna be mad, and then I don't know after that. But that's what I guess.
Well, let me ask you: did Ned accept the role of the Hand of the King so that he could get their finances in order? Like when he
No,
was
I
in
mean,
Winterfell, was he like, I got to make sure their money's right?
oh no.
Why is he there?
I mean, like for Robert though, like he's there because I mean, like Robert asked him. He's all like he can like really say. Well, wait, no, for Jon Arryn.
Hey, all right. Yeah, he needs to find out why Jon Arryn got killed. And then what does Ned currently know about who killed him?
I mean, from what like Kat told him, he might have like some speculation that it was like the Lannisters, and then he was really hoping he was like, oh yeah, I forgot. He said something like that he was gonna tell Robert like his thoughts about it, like the Lannisters, like he was gonna tell Robert something, and he was really hoping that Robert was like the man that he used to know and
Right,
not the man he thinks he's becoming. Which
right.
banger line right there. I forgot what he said he was gonna tell him though.
Well, because Lysa Tully, Kat's sister,
Yes.
is the one that wrote the letter to Kat saying the Lannisters killed Jon Arryn.
Yes.
And Lysa was Jon Arryn's wife. So she has outright said Lannisters killed him. So it's not so much of him having speculation about it. Like he's being told, now maybe he needs some kind of confirmation, but you would think that he was going to go there and say, hey, your wife and her brother, your Kingsguard, killed your hand. Like
Yeah.
that should upset and turn up everything.
Yeah.
Does he tell him outright? Is he going to wait to get more evidence?
Yeah.
How does King Robert receive that?
No, because they were talking about that too, like Ned and like Littlefinger and everything. They were like, someone said like, oh, we don't have evidence, and then someone else was like, oh, the knife, and then someone else was like, well, Tyrion's just gonna be like, oh yeah, I lost it, and blah 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 blah
Right.
blah. Yeah. I don't know how Robert's gonna like. I don't even know if like Ned is even gonna like tell him like one. I don't
I
know.
mean, that was the reason why he went.
Yeah, and I totally forgot about that too. Sorry, Jon Arryn. But I mean the finances though, guys. Like, what are we gonna do about that one? Like,
this tournament.
no, this is really important too. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right, jumping back a couple chapters, they had also made mention when Ned shows up to the small council and he's like, okay, there's Renly. He's like the master of law, which is super weird. Pycelle, he's the Grand Maester. Varys, Littlefinger's the master of coin. And something else that considers, they're short in debt. Littlefinger's the one responsible for their treasure. But then he also said Stannis, who is the master of ships, left.
With didn't he leave with I swear he left with Robert, right? Or was that somebody else?
No, so he is Robert's brother.
Oh,
so Robert is the oldest big brother, the king. The middle child is Stannis. He's the master of ships, so he's in charge of the fleet. Okay. And then you have Renly, who's the youngest brother. So those three brothers, but Stannis left. So that you should also kind of be aware of, like, why did Stannis leave? Why isn't he back?
Okay, sorry, I'm just like putting that master of ships. Oh, that's not the room. Okay.
You know the meme where they have it's the conspiracy theory meme with all of the dots and strings. That's what your notes are gonna look like. Stannis, master of ships, brother of
I need like a vision board, man, of like a really big one, just right in front.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember who left with Rob, or who's with Robert. I think it's Baratheon the Bold or something.
Oh, Barristan. So,
Barristan.
okay,
Barristan.
Barristan the
Yeah.
Bold. So he's one of the Kingsguard, or
Yeah.
he's the commander of the Kingsguard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm locked. I got everything down now.
Okay. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah. Dang, that was a
Right.
long episode.
Was. I'm not sure. Can you see the? Oh, dang it. Oh, whatever. I've got the Wildcat score. Wildcats are up 17-0.
Oh my gosh, you dork.
Usually I have the basketball up there, but
Oh yeah, what happened to it?
Parker plays with it.
Aww.
She's always like, ball. I'm like,
That was funny.
cool. All right. I think that's it. Good episode. Probably get another one in here in a few days.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys.